We're
Well,
live, boys.
Dragon, you're asking what your team did that game. The answer would be nothing.
Hey, cocked,
Yeah, that
as some would
was
say.
really all there was to it.
Yep. We got the first of possibly
So,
many 10 points to Gryffindor.
does spectate just like pick a random team that you're on the side of? Because like I can't go
I
out
think
this
so.
door from the offense room.
Just
Weird.
fly above. Wait, I
I
can't fly above it either.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't go through walls, dude.
Oh, fuck. Invisible walls above, too. What a
Yeah,
bitch. Thanks,
those aren't
Thanks,
even
Blizzard.
invisible walls. Those are real walls.
No, I thought you could fly above them. Like, there's this ceiling. There's an invisible ceiling.
I If I could see you spectating, I would we could debate this, but alas, we are both
Wait, are
invisible.
you on? Oh, are you on defense?
I'm on offense.
Fly
You
to the side room. Yeah.
I
you can
can't
switch
see the
now.
room.
Yeah. How do you
Hey,
switch?
there we go.
They were still in the choosing characters before you had the prepare your defense phase.
I gotcha. Um, E tab.
So far, I will say I am thoroughly unimpressed by this spectator.
Yeah, how do you switch to a player?
F keys,
Uh,
F1 to 12.
Oh.
Or if
so
you
also,
have, you can also select them with left and right click. And then Q and E is moving up and down.
Yeah, I figured that one out. Interesting.
all right, here comes the push.
I would say we'll see if the Hanzo and Gretel can put a bit bigger defense out and actually they'll be able to stuff and tie up the map. Be a little surprised though. Gryffindor looked very strong there in that first round.
Yeah, and Salvo going full Salvo just rushes onto the point, disrupts everything, and no one really follows through. Very, very slow follow through.
Yeah, he got blasted off also, which sucks. Really nice play from Boss I see. Free on Junkrat there. But we've already gotten to that whole chaos phase where people are oh, never mind, they're just gonna back out. No flanking.
And there is the good old Ryogawa Ga Teki Whoa Kurao. Hitting nobody. So far this game, it looks like Salvo about as good of a communicator in Overwatch as he is in League of Legends, which is not at all, because that is the second time in 2 pushes where Salvo has just kind of jumped in solo, tried to 1v6, and died with no teammates around.
Yeah, he went super hard. I think the first push I think was actually really good. That Reinhardt one where he got into the corner and bought a ton of time.
It would have been good if anyone on his team would have came through the gate while he did that.
Yeah, exactly. During that moment of panic.
But a good play is only as good as its follow-up.
They got the Bastion hold up behind the rock and the Zen guarded. Really tricky spot.
Ooh.
Oh, but here comes Zen. I am feeling at peace with my life right now.
Is this what Zen's like?
I believe so, because that is 4 down for Hanzo and Gretel as Gryffindor pushing on to this point, and we've officially seen more offense out of Gryffindor.
But the Symmetra teleporter. We're gonna have a Bastion coming in hard. That Symmetra teleporter delivered so hard. Bastion ulted before he came in, and so he came out like right as a tank, and they didn't even have a warning.
I can get behind that.
Right? That was really nice.
Oh, and the poke through the trap. Pull through the trap.
Dead going for full battle mercy there, and remember that that's not an effective way to play mercy.
Yeah. The gun does do a little bit of damage, but not enough to justify it.
I'm really starting to think I could get maximum enjoyment out of the spectator if I just watched from Bastion's perspective the entire time.
Wait, say that again?
I'm thinking I might get maximum satisfaction out of spectating if I just watch Bastion's perspective the whole time. I'm gonna give it a try.
Let me know how that goes. It definitely seems like it could be pretty reasonable. I mean, it's the whole Bastion effect. He always
I
gets
mean,
play of the game unless there's a Torbjorn, and then it's a 50-50.
he's currently sitting there just enjoying this damage upstream from Failed Destiny.
Yeah,
Not hitting a whole lot of people with it, but it's the thought that counts.
I mean, when he does hit, it hurts. He tears people new ones.
And it's bound to happen
Oh.
sooner or later.
That will get the Mercy ult. The nice Riptire from Tree. I don't know. Let's see. They have a die, and they also have a Zenyatta ult coming up fairly soon.
Yeah,
Plus,
here
with
we go.
them just soaking. Yep, there we go.
That was a big time dragon out of Ball of Sexy.
Yeah, that was really nice. And then we also had a really nice Mercy ult to just recover everything. But it might be just enough. They have
This is
people
gonna be
on the
so
point.
close.
Yep. Jim's gonna try to
Jim
contest it with the
Bone,
Roadhog.
man.
His team is coming, so it depends on how long Jim can stick around. He's doing his best to contest, but everyone from Gryffindor manages to pile on just in time. And they
that's
will
it.
cap a point.
Hanzo
And that
Gretel,
will give them the lead now for this
the
map.
only team to not take the first points upon them were the Knights.
Yep. Congratulations, Hanzo and Gretel. You're not off to a good start.
That being said, that was the easy point to take of the two on this map.
Yeah. That's how you know you have a defense favored map, when that's the easy point to take.
Yeah, and there is a Bastion and a Torbjorn here on the KFC side, so
Yeah.
they only got to hold 4 more minutes.
Yep. I don't know about how it is on like a professional level of play, but at least on like pretty much anything short of the professional level of play, a Bastion Torbjorn combo on this just does so much work all the time.
I really feel like we don't even need to do play-by-play on this map. We just need to just wait for
Yeah.
KFC, no, Gryffindor to push in. So we can join. Gryffindor's pushing in, and oh my god, they're all dying. Oh, KFC has held the points, and that would probably be accurate on just about every fight.
Yeah. I do like the choice for them to switch over to Zarya here. I think Zarya we haven't seen a lot of, and does really well against these like dumb turret comps in the corners because you can just like pull them out, give you a lot of CC that doesn't have to like directly hit them.
Alright, so another push coming in here out of Gryffindor. Looking like they're going to try to stack that right side, start lobbing things in. Hope they take out one of the turrets, but Failed Destiny doing enough of the job of kind of. He's really playing Thor's support here, which is, kind of what you want to see out of a League of Legends bot lane. A support and AD carry, sitting there holding the point. And once again,
Holy
Gryffindor
shit.
pushes out of the point, and then they all die.
And that Riptire just crushed all hopes and dreams of that push. Holy crap. That's been like the story of tonight. Riptire's crushing dreams.
Yeah, Junkrat has really been the people's hero all night.
Yeah. I mean, from what we've seen through most of the games, it's been those, May alts, and Bastion alts, which have been defining every game.
I mean, at least it's not Bastion.
Oh, we got a nice push coming out here.
Yeah, Gryffindor tries this a little different on each push, going for like the three-prong pincer here.
Yeah.
And as always, a lot of bodies onto the point turns into a lot of corpses on the point.
Yep.
So about a minute left here. 3 alts on the side of Gryffindor for this push. Also 3 alts on the side of Hanzo and Gretel.
Yeah, that's
I'm
some
gonna make
pretty
my bold
big alts
prediction.
though. They do have a Zarya alt and a Reaper alt, which are two very high impact alts.
Yeah, if they can combo that, I mean, this could definitely happen. Arkadievich popped the Widowmaker ult, so they are looking for this because they do not have all day to set this one up.
No, it'll be really important that they get that Mercy though, because Mercy does have her alt, and she's normally pretty good at stopping that Wombo combo.
20 seconds remaining, and we see Pink Choice's Reaper kind of getting behind everyone, trying to look for some picks here. And Zedekis was, yeah, this did not go good for Gryffindor.
Yep.
But it went a lot better than it went for Hanzo and Gretel, and that's all that counts.
Yep. They did. They have taken the point lead. I wish we could have actually had some clarification on whether it's just point for the match or if the points total matter, but
And I think we know which play this is going to be.
oh yeah.
Let's watch it from his perspective. Ooh. That was a pretty sick sequence of events, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. That was the 360 tire, the 180 tire. All right. I want to go see and poke around on the page and see if they said if it's just for maps or if like we have a total point score. Maybe it's like total points or like tiebreakers. Okay. So Swift, teams are seeded at the end into playoffs based on the total number of points that each team has earned throughout the regular season.
Alright.
So every point will matter, not in just the context of the match.
That's good. I think that is the better, proper way to do things.
I think so. I mean, if we have a point system.
So Ilios here, this should be a pretty fun map to watch.
Also, this is my personal favorite like set of maps, I guess. Like out of like each of the regions, I'm a very big fan of this set. A lot of fun.
There's just a lot of havoc that can happen just about any points on this map.
Yeah. Also compared to like some of the other neutral point ones, like the China one, it doesn't feel like it never feels like each point's like uncappable. Like a lot of times the China one, it feels really easy to hold on some
Yeah,
of the maps.
there's a lot more back and forth on Ilios, I feel. Maybe that'll change once we get high elo, who knows.
Yeah. But at least at our casual baby level, you get some nice back and forth fighting. Yeah, we'll see Hansel and Gretel get the majority of their team on it and trying to go for a quick cap.
And they're gonna succeed.
Oh, nope, they're gonna get in just in
Almost gonna
time.
Succeed. What the?
We get the
cuckening
cluster. Yep, they get
will
it.
not happen. Good cap. Good cap on a KFC.
Hey, so wait, why are you calling them KFC?
The name's Clown Fiesta Cartel.
That's my team. We're KFC.
Oh fuck yeah, Hanzo and Gretel.
They're
Gryffindor.
H and G.
Yeah, it's okay. In batting leagues, you get like 2 weeks as a caster to learn team names.
That's fair.
I haven't called anybody Blue Eyes White Bastion yet, so we should be happy about that.
That's true.
And speaking of how back and forth this map can be, we see both teams cap this point within the first minute here.
Yeah. Really, just a lot of nice close quarters brawling. We see a really aggressive hold coming out here, though, from Gryffindor, where they are just, like, aggressively pushing in to Hansel and Gretel's spawn.
Yeah, so far it's working. You know, not like there's any trace or anything they have to defend from. And once again,
Yep.
big team fight on the point.
Because we're going to see all 12 people come in and just start slamming, and oh my goodness. Absolutely ridiculous justice, but just as ridiculous mercy. Oh god, Rocket's back. Whoa, Switch, what's your thought on Mercy?
I was just sitting in this back window above the health pack, just watching everything that happened there. It was actually a pretty beautiful angle to watch a fight from.
Yeah, I got to see it right behind of Arkadovich's Pharah. Couldn't think of the name. That was just disgusting. Big wipe, Mercy ult. Other Pharah goes, big wipe.
Yeah, nothing really tilts you faster than getting a huge ult like that and then watching Mercy be like, nah.
Yeah. It's just so good. Ooh. We got a sneaky Riptire. And once again, Riptire finding lots of targets.
Yeah, it's looking like these BOL Junkrats all onto something.
Yeah. Junkrat's top tier, apparently.
Good to know.
Yep.
We'll see 12 Junkrats in all our games next week.
Oh, see a splinter.
Watching... Just watching everyone jumping around shooting rockets and grenades on the points was pretty entertaining there.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
And overtime begins.
Oh.
Ball of Sexy mops up what's on the point, and this looks like it's a retake for Hanzo and Gretel.
Damn. That Reaper ult. Reaper ult's so high impact.
Yeah, there was no one prepared for that on the points. And that gives by Hanzo and Gretel a chance to actually win a map here.
Yeah, I say. They,
Here
well
comes
done to
the
this
very
one
last
push.
team fight.
Yep.
Thor down. Oh, Failed Destiny down early in this fight. Does get a res off on a Thor, but not looking like... Oh,
Gigantic.
there's a lot of return. Oh, Zadikis. And we are officially in the overtime fuckfest. But Tree with the nice sneaky fire again. That might have just saved this game for his team. How many rocket barrages does Arkadievich get?
That's like the 6th rocket barrage, like from like the same window of this game, and boom, just barely before Failed Destiny can reach there. We will see Gryffindor yet again picking up some 10 points.
Microphone muted.
That brings us to the map 2 Fuckfest.
Yep.
So how many people do you think are gonna fall in this hole? Over under 4.5.
Over under 4.5, you said?
Yeah,
Over.
I agree.
We got 2 Roadhogs here. There's no way we're not having a lot of bodies going into the well.
I'm pretty sure I personally fell into that hole 3 times.
I remember during our match, I had one of the Roadhogs hooked me, and because I wasn't going in, he jumped in. And Splinter will be the first to go, count as 1. I'm just gonna stare at the well, and I'm gonna keep track of how many people go down. Like,
Point opening, and a lot of people kind of abandoning the point to go fight off in the side lanes. This reminds me of the good old days of playing a game I used to like called League of Legends.
oh, the glory days. We will see the first cap go over to Gryffindor.
But seriously, that really is one of my favorite things about playing Overwatch. Is every game you get to have that joyous feeling of like you're pinging on the way to Baron, you're just spam pinging, and then like your jungler just goes and starts taking enemy wraiths. And you're like, no, we could do the Baron, and your enemy jungler just like ignores everything you ping, and then he gets caught. Like
You too can enjoy team fights and Baron throws every game and within 4 or 5 minutes.
That's what it's like, just watching teammates fight 2 miles from the point. But Team Fight finally coming back to Baron as we see our second victim to the hole. And this is looking like gonna be a take for Hanzo and Gretel.
Yep.
As Salvo once again gonna try to 1v5. He's not very good at that. Salvo good at a lot of things, but 1v5ing does not seem to be his forte. He is no Cold Zera.
Nope. Maybe in the random pugs, it works out for him, but
There is a slight ult advantage here. 2 ults to 1 on the side of Hanzo and Gretel, and actually Dano22 dies before he gets the sound barrier off, so that's actually pretty huge.
yeah, no, Hanzo and Gretel should be able to make a good run here.
But Hanzo and Gretel are slowly all falling down. No one anywhere near the point as they just get picked off and totally cucked. Retake for Gryffindor. And I applaud Hanzo and Gretel for trying. Because everyone knows Gryffindor are the good guys. And this league's gonna be scripted, they're gonna win it. But Hanzo and Gretel are showing up. They've only dropped 2 bodies down the hole. You know, they at least pushed the last map to 99-99.
I want to see it. We need 3 more. I demand it. Oh, nope. We got a nice contest here, but Gryffindor is pushing it closer and closer to the ever lovely 100.
Yeah, I've liked Gryffindor's positioning a lot better right here.
Yeah.
Spread, but all near the points. A nice basic play that you can always execute, and it'll always be a good idea. And that's going to give them the 2-0 on Ilios. Which is sad because the last remaining map that we did not see is my favorite of the 3 on Ilios because it's just such a fuckfest.
Yeah, dude. Ugh. The Ruins is a great one.
And there were a lot of good Pharah ults to pick from, and this was one of them. This was immediately after that big Arkadievich ults. You know, I'm really impressed by how the Pharahs have played in this series because when I ult, I just die right away because I'm fucking trash.
That instant 5 to Big Man Ziggy.
I love how half of the teams in this league just always commentates their teammates, and the other half like actually vote like it's a real game.
Yeah. Well, even if Gryffindor does not get a single one and doesn't hold a single point, they did win the matchup on points. No.
But fortunately, unlike the SBL, this is a league where winning as hard as humanly possible is beneficial.
Exactly.
I mean, if
No.
SBL had tiebreakers about winning in 20 minutes, I'd sure as hell be going for those teleport plays more often. So this is another map that I feel like is fairly defense focused. I would actually be very curious to see if Blizzard starts publishing win rates
On each map.
on some of these
I would
maps.
really like to see that.
Yeah, same. It would be nice to know just how offense or defense centric these teams are, or maps are.
Yeah. I feel like this one's pretty even for the first two, but that third point is really hard to push in.
Yeah, the first point is fairly easy to take on this one. That's why I was pretty embarrassed when my team couldn't even do that. But every time I'm D on point 2 and 3 here, I find we usually get pretty good holds going.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
the third point, which was why we were fairly upset that we got that wonderful spectate bug.
Yeah, that was brutal.
So here, I'm gonna tell you what I want to see here out of the teams on defense. Okay,
All right.
Bastion. A lot of Bastion. Don't stop the Bastion. Hold on to that Bastion. You could put one up on up on the, there's like that ledge when you first come up the first row. You could have one there. You have one around the corner in the room, then one on the backside, and then all three of those Bastions could have one at their back to protect them from flankers. I don't see how that would lose. That's one thing that really excites me about Overwatch compared to competitive League of Legends is it is way more legitimate to try cheesing if you ever want, because you're essentially just cheesing for a single team fight. Do you know how cool
Yeah.
it would be in League of Legends if you could just switch to 5 supports for one team fight and then switch back to your carries for afterwards?
It'd be very, very different.
I would actually really enjoy an Overwatch mode in League where when you're in Fountain, you can just switch champions and you just get refunded all your gold that you had over the course of the game.
Dude, even if you didn't get refunded your gold, if you can just switch champions, that'd be really interesting.
Shame that game doesn't have real custom games.
Yeah.
Only we all played Dota.
It seemed like it was so hopeful too. They're like, yeah, we're gonna add the rotating game queues, and it's just been the ones that they've had over and over.
All right, and thus begins map 3. We've got I don't even know who's on offense and who's on defense. But we'll know soon.
Yep. Thanks, Overwatch. Thanks, Blizzard. All right. Looks like we're going to have Hanzo and Gretel on the defense,
Yeah, this
and Gryffindor making that offensive push.
Team Hag not rocking a single Bastion here. Don't see how they're planning to. I don't see how they're planning to hold any of these points. Oh, and of course, the last selection going to be Hanzo. I mean, they are at least running their Hanzo and their Gretel. For those of you that are unaware, Roadhog is Gretel. Holy shit, it's a Spanish billboard. It's so cool.
What?
Energía limpia para todo Mexico. And this guy, like a little Mexican lady and like a Mexican boy looking up at the sky. They look so happy, so young. But soon, terrorism is going to destroy their town as these bad men with grenade launchers and Reaper ultimates charge forward. As LeBron James jumping up on top of the building here. Oh, Splinter, you bad man. He's zoning a lot of people away from that cart, and the easiest stretch of cart pushing in the game going forward.
Yeah, Tree's doing some of the classic Mei shenanigans for stalling the cart when you need to buy your team time, though. Oh, I'm going to wall off the enemy team. I'm just going to sit on the other side of it and just, you know, stall it out. Just be as big of a pain in the ass as you possibly can.
Yeah, not a bad early hold here out of Hanzo and Gretel, actually.
Oh, yeah, we're seeing like a really solid hold here.
And Gryffindor seems very content to just keep charging in there one at a time because they're so close to their spawn.
Yep. Oh.
That was a nice res out of Zedekus.
Yeah. Oh, very nice Blizzard coming out from Tree. Looks like the Hanzo nerfs did some work by the fact that Jim got to survive through a fan the hammer.
I don't think Hanzo got nerfed.
Oh wait, Hanzo
You mean
didn't get nerfed
McCree.
yet?
You mean McCree.
Oh, that's what I meant, McCree, yeah. Sorry.
Like, Hanzo's garbage. I think.
I think it's mostly just that at like a higher level that Widowmaker does his job a bit better.
But hey, Salvo doesn't seem like he gives much of a fuck about those nerfs because he's gonna walk up, take out the healer from Hanzo and Gretel. But ooh, ball of sexy. Jesus, thank goodness this isn't on TV. And thanks for skipping. So that was like 7 Reaper kills, 8 Reaper kills in the span of like 15 seconds.
Yeah. That was a lot of death.
That was kind of triggering. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're seeing another really strong hold here come out, but it looks like they finally have gotten themselves on the point. I'm really surprised. I did not expect to see some like such strong holds at this early point here.
Yeah, 2 teams really with some good ideas on what to do. It's still a decent amount of way that's got to go in 2 minutes, though, but...
Yeah, no. Oh, another really nice Blizzard to buy a lot of time.
Yeah, that dragon not going to do much. Gets 1 kill for Dano.
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching Gryffindor here completely give up the cart as they start pushing for picks in every other direction.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like half the part of the mail is just for the zoning.
Yeah, it worked there. It completely split Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Fucked them all up.
And so, let them get a kill on top of that.
But Payload moving forward again, not doing that sad little roll downhill. I actually feel a little sad when I watch the Payloads move backwards. Like, even if I'm on defense, it's just like... It looks so unhappy.
You're going the wrong way.
And Think Twice, kind of in the back line. Nope, just kidding. Think Twice, going to the next live. Should have thought twice about that flank.
Think twice, die often. Oh. Too quick. Oh, but this payload is just not getting past the bridge.
Can we make Think Twice die often jokes? Is that
we
okay?
probably can. Yeah, no.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that team had gotten over their horrific loss yet. I wouldn't want to like emotionally upset.
I mean, he's a team owner. He's a team owner, so he has to put up with it. Oh God, Reaper dropping the Reaper Blizzard combo. ending teams.
Failed Destiny like tosses that wheel in there. He was ready to mop up, and then his team just killed everyone first. He was like, "Well, guess while it's active." And yeah,
Might
this
as
is
well.
time for one kind of
Yep.
staggered play here out of Gryffindor, but they got a long, long way to go. And they're gonna clear that point off with a nice dragon, at least gonna force overtime. And they actually do get a few picks. The point is moving forward. This is gonna be very close with spawns.
Yeah, they have a big push. It will get there in time, like before spawns happen. But tree's gonna go, yeah, do May things to buy
And
some time.
this is why no one likes May.
Oh my god, he's just running in circles.
A Lucio and a May holding this cart back. This is even tilting me a little bit.
Oh, they killed her though.
1
Yep,
minute
they
to
will
go,
get it.
and the point is pushed.
Damn. Oh my god, these Reaper alts.
How many? I wish there was a way to check like a scoreboard in Spectate. Because I swear,
Right?
BOL Sexy probably has 15 kills from Reaper Ultimate alone this game.
Yeah, like, oh my god. Every single time he's read Reaper alt, it's just been disgusting.
Big Man Ziggy goes, drops the Lucio out solo on the point. Was definitely the kind of play that gets you drafted in the bottom half of the drafts. And Salvo once again in no man's land, going for the flank on Diva. I almost want to just watch Salvo and see like what kind of crazy plays he'll. Oh, but Salvo actually tosses a nice suit out. But gonna barely miss getting any kills.
Yeah, he'll buy some time for his team though, because from what would have otherwise been a really nice blizzard from Tree. He's been on point with those blizzards this game.
Yeah.
Salvo took his revenge on that Reaper, pancaked him hard.
I appreciate that Salvo plays every single tank the same way. You know, most people they'll tell you, "Hey, you know, I'm Reinhardt. Stand behind my shield." And Salvo's like, "I'm Reinhardt. I've got to charge."
Yeah. Salvo tanks, like, he plays tanks like a League of Legends tank. He gets in there and he just disrupts the enemy team. They're converting that off though, like, from what was a really close push, that looks like they're going to be able to ride this in safely into the next point.
Yeah.
Wow,
close
what
enough
was
to contest.
almost the first...
And they are all going to die for getting this point, but that'll give them a chance to regroup properly here.
Yeah,
Two
Hans
and
and
a half
Gretel,
minutes.
Hans and Gretel, you wanted to pull that trigger like 2 minutes earlier, minute and a half earlier.
So let me tell you about the
It's
one
a-
thing that I really want to see out of Hanzo and Gretel right here, okay?
What?
Bastion.
How'd I know?
Yeah, I don't know. How did you know? That's really cool that you guessed what I was gonna say.
I know, right?
And at least, nope. Tree is supposed to get brutally murdered there. He's instead going to take out Master Splitter and just buy time for his team to regroup. As one of the many upcoming chokes currently being held.
Yeah, but he will
Ish.
get hit by the Earth Shatter from Salvo and go down. 1.5 minutes though is not much time to make a big push here.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'd settle for some offense, Bastion.
Just get behind the Reinhardt, ride in the payload.
Ride the cart on in. You only need 3 people on that cart for maximum move speed. If anyone didn't know that. Your SBL pro tip for the day.
There you go.
And this payload has not stopped moving for a while. This is
Oh yeah, they're getting
There's
a really
been
solid
not-
push. Like, oh, think twice, disrupt.
Oh,
I think a lot of
Big
that's
Man
the
Ziggy
Lucio.
dies. That is the healer down and the Reaper down. The wheel is down. This is gonna need to be some hero plays coming here out of the remaining members of Hanzo and Gretel.
Oh, Tree's gonna try and stall as long as he will not get hit by the Earth Shatter.
That's a big dodge.
Yeah, that's really big. Yeah, he's just sitting behind the cart.
474 has the aim hack. Look for something big out of him here. Because, well, he has to make something big happen. And the Rocket Barrage gonna put out
Oh
some
my
damage,
goodness.
but immediate res on his head before he dies. And this is it. Can the cart get pushed? Spoilers, yes.
Ball Sexy doing whatever he can, but he's gonna get put down. Now Lucio's turn. Can he hold it?
Lucio is at least a king of wasting time. He's buying time for his teammates. They're all
Yeah, Ferris gonna get.
real
Oh my
close.
goodness, he bought enough time. We're gonna have a full fight here.
This
Oh,
is
man.
a clusterfuck. But it looks like a clusterfuck that Gryffindor is gonna win. I think. Unless Ball Sexy can delay 10 seconds
No.
solo.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
Instead, we're gonna see what happens when no one picks Bastion. You know what happens when no one picks Bastion?
You lose.
Play of the game. Someone not Bastion.
Yeah, Ball is Sexy.
There are so many ults this could be.
Yeah, dude. This was this was disgusting.
Oh, that was a 5K.
That was like a 5K from like 90%.
45 eliminations from Ball of Sexy.
What a monster.
He's just kind of casually saying, like, how the fuck did I go all the way down to the 8th pick of this draft? Didn't you guys learn from the SBL? You always draft the rookies that have good stats.
Yeah, dude's been a monster that whole game.
So, I think that's it. That was the last map.
No, they still have to. Well, this is the last map, but they have to defend now.
Did people start quitting?
Yeah. But doesn't Gryffindor still need to defend?
I think so.
Alright, looks like everyone's quitting out. Apparently.
Did we just forget about a game? Did Gryffindor defend already?
No. I'm pretty sure they did defend.
Oh, they might not be able to field a full team.
Oh.
Somebody, quick, call up an emergency sub.
Is Psych out on the server? He is not. Yeah, he is. You can get Psych out or Purple. They're both down. They're online in Clown Fiesta Cartel.
Well,
You
we
want me
will
to
see.
ask?
I know they're probably, going with typical SBL rules where they won't put in a player that they think is going to be better than the person they're replacing. So, I don't know if they're going to let Chromatic or Psych in because Thor is one of the lower level people on that team.
Psych out says he's game.
That being said, this is not my league, so
Yeah. Psych out's also probably an upgrade over Thor as well.
yeah, I
But-
think they would just go off of straights games played. So
Well, by playing with them both also, I think Psych out's better than Thor. I haven't really played with Chromatic too much, so I don't have like a big.
how do I join spectator?
Oh, you have to be moved. Only the owner can move people around.
Oh, that's some shit.
Right?
Oh, I'm going to need to get re-added potentially. Yeah, we're gonna find out what happens. Check. You hear me? Do you hear me now?
Are you Verizon now?
Could you hear me before I said could you hear me now?
Yeah, I could.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I don't know if they could on the stream.
Yeah. This is just about you and me.
Alright. Where if it matters. Am I gonna get an invite?
Come on now, let's not dream that big.
Oh.
Alright, it looks like we got the sub situation figured out here. So I think Hibbs is going to be playing with one of these teams. Yeah, Iro Hibbs coming in here. And custom game match ended by moderator.
That means he's just
unlucky as fucky.
like he's trying to force you to put people on the right sides. Yeah, he just ended it and then remade it. Because the side is random.
I mean, at least we're learning all about how spectator works tonight.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you why I don't think that Hanzo and Gretel are going to take any points. Right? You see that guy, Splinter? You might see him. He's blue team. That's the team that's on the left. That is Gryffindor. That character, if you haven't played Overwatch before, that character is called Bastion, okay? And here's what Bastion does. He's a little robot, and he runs around. It's one of his moves to heal himself when he takes damage, and that's cool. You know, he repairs himself. He's a really smart robot that knows how to repair himself. Like, I'm a human. I hardly know how to repair myself, man. And he's got a machine gun, okay? And you're thinking, oh, okay, that's cool. I like machine guns. Yeah, fuck yeah. Machine guns are cool. Yeah, bro. Nice. Light them up. And then he's got a move where he fucking turns into a turret and he can't move. And he shoots out 10,000 DPS squared and just fucking murders everyone. Now watch this. You got a shield in front of him. He's about to murder everyone. Oh, just kidding. Farrah's going up. He's gonna get fucked up. They know where he is. It's time for the outplay. The shield. Oh, Zran's giving up. He's giving up Bastion. What are you doing?
Nah, dude, he was saving him. He saved him from the Genji. Salvo just went in solo
call.
tree.
Good call. I guess we know who the real winner in that finally was. Oh, but Zran gets knocked off. Splinter in some danger. But he's going to go down swinging here. And he goes down swinging.
Sad robot sounds.
Oh, I hate sad robot sounds.
Right. Oh, Dano, you don't want to be there.
He goes for the disruption tactics, and he stops the cart from moving for a little bit.
Yeah, we're actually seeing some really big pushes out of like Hanzo and Gretel making some pretty good progress on this map.
Yeah, maybe this is their map.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Torbjorn and the Bastion pretty far apart here for Gryffindor.
Yeah. The Bastion is set up though, and he's got a nice view of where the payload's at. Yep.
And is he gonna do it? He actually sets up on the payload.
You gotta ride it back to their base, man.
This is like the world's most boring roller coaster, but it has a gun on it, so that makes it okay. And Zran's shield taking a lot of damage there. And now here we come. Can Splinter aim fast enough, hard enough? It
Doesn't
is
matter.
So far.
Oh,
that was a nice gravity hole. But we're gonna be a little late there. Only gets one kill. But Tree's in the backside. He's yeah, he's killing a lot of people.
that was some pretty impressive Genji plays, but unfortunately for people that like moving around a lot, Torbjorn turrets have mad aimbot.
You know, I find it funny for how much I loved Engineer in TF2. I don't really care for Torbjorn. Just that, because I want to like Torbjorn. Because he's so unfun to play against. People complain about Bastion. Bastion's fine. Torbjorn's the problem. This is just a lot of staggered fighting here out of Gryffindor. They seem really content to, like, fight every single corner like it's the last corner they can possibly hold. So they keep taking these 3v6s or, you know, like 3v5s.
Yeah.
Just fights where they're outmanned. So they just lost almost this entire stretch of road. They're just bad fighting. And I guess that's not really too much of a surprise, you know. Master Splinter never been the greatest shot caller when he's not calling around himself, so clearly showing he can't adapt to playing a new game here, which is just really disappointing for a guy who's trying to, you know, work on his legacy as a team player.
Yep. Well, I think that was part of the reason why he played the Bastion first, because when you're the Bastion, the whole game's about you.
That's true. You figured out my secret.
Oh, is that a kiss? You don't want to be there. A nice blizzard. Really, really nice blizzard, actually, but there's going to be no follow-up. Oh. You know, for all the trouble that Hanzo and Gretel seem to have on the first couple maps, like the first two sets, they're looking really, really good on Dorado.
Yeah, this, maybe they just need to warm up.
Yeah, or maybe they just work better on, like, the payload map style, like, works better for them.
Yeah, because there's definitely a difference in how you play between the payloads and the CPs.
Yeah. All three of the different types all play very differently, but payload plays, like, the most differently out of them all. For sure.
And now, let me tell you why Hanzo and Gunnar are going to keep pushing this cart all the way through and easily take this map.
Is that because Gryffindor doesn't have a Bastion?
You're right.
Oh my goodness.
Where's the Bastion? You had the Bastion, you were holding, and then you switched off the Bastion. You haven't held shit since. I mean, it's not rocket science, folks.
Look at that cart moving backwards.
We're going to build a Bastion. We're going to put it on the point.
We're gonna make Overwatch great again?
And we're going to make Hanzo and Gretel pay for it.
Oh.
Ooh. The defensive Blizzard gonna stall sometime out. Zedekiss stole the holy. Man, look, what is with all these Mays? They can just hold anything they want.
Yeah, but then they're dying.
But then they die. But 345, decent amount of time to push this card on through. And pick after pick coming out here for Hanzo and Gretel as they move this forward. But Zedekiss creating a lot of disruption there, but his team not really doing much to follow up. Zed's gonna probably go down. Zed casually walks out of that. I am just kidding.
Oh. He wasn't threatening enough, so he got the free pass out.
And the cart finally coming to a stop here. But most bodies still alive for Hanzo. And just as I say that, there come the picks for Gryffindor. 3 minutes to try and hold this cart.
We see some pretty big alts getting up soon on Gryffindor. They have 3 right now, and they're getting very close to a 4th one from Farah. But it's not like Junkrat one is too far off. Or Zarya's. Zarya's takes a while to charge, though.
Yeah, there should... Fight occurs. It should be fairly explosive. Well, these teams,
Yeah.
This is just that point where you gotta just be screaming at your team, don't get picked before the team fight. We're really close to a situation we want. And one pick really fucked things out in the timer that is running out fast.
Yeah, I mean, they have 6 alts, and if they can combine it, right?
So
Oh,
Euro popped the
5
rocket
alts.
barrage there. Didn't do much.
That
But
Earthshaker didn't get much either, but Jim's gonna
Tree's
solo
got a very
rush.
aggressive play. Oh, the gravity field coming in. Tree's gonna try to mop this up near the cart. But he isn't gonna do a whole lot. But the rest of his team is where I'm not watching because that was 4 members of Gryffindor down as this cart coming back towards Bunny Deck. Tree got to go real deep there trying to delay people in their spawn. Looks like the cart probably not going to win on this push. Oh, but a nice res on Paula Sexy. Gonna maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to do the play. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, dude, I have no clue.
But Gryffindor held the point. I can tell you that.
Yep.
So.
I don't know. I think they kind of wanted to wait a little longer, like on those alts, and try to go for like.
I think they got a little panicky there, and
Yeah.
that's going to put them in a really bad situation here because Gryffindor is sitting on 2 alts to 0, and none of them are even close.
Yeah,
for
and
Hanzo
those are
Gretel,
2
and-
pretty big alts as well.
Yeah, and they have to push here because there's only 45 seconds remaining. And oh man, it's going to start with Jim and Tree getting picked before the rest of their team was in position. That is probably game losing.
Yeah, Gryffindor's looking like they're gonna feel pretty good here.
Splinter's Rocket Barrage doesn't do much, but it didn't really have to.
Yeah. We need something just shy of a miracle. It can happen though. Big fair alt maybe. Just a nice, classic team kill style. Salvo's gonna find Zedekiss. No, it's
And
Jim. Sorry,
here-
Jim finds Zedekiss.
Comes the overtime rush. Actually, most of Hanzo and Gretel get into position. They are forcing the overtime here. This wheel, if it does much, gets a kill. Cart is being contested. It's moving forward.
Yep. Oh, that Rocket Raj denies it, and Jim's gonna get frozen.
Nice Blizzard on the point too.
Yeah.
That's Jim down. Ooh, for the gravity wall. If they can follow up
Oh.
on this.
That's a big gravity well. Oh my.
Not a whole lot to follow through.
But it looks like it might not be enough. We'll see. A lot of people down right now.
Bill Destiny just needs to buy time for somebody on his team to get close here. He cannot.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to run laps around that cart, man. Don't try to fight them. But
But
here comes the tank and
Jim
the
and
healer,
Ziggy will be the hero they need.
and they can buy a lot of time with those two champs.
Yep, Tree's there as well, but you have a lot of people now.
This is another full-on team fight.
Oh,
Who
Jim's gonna
just
charge out and
came
kill
up for
Zedekis,
Gryffindor?
but he gave it up. He left the point with the charge. Tree will get in time, but yeah, that will be the game, and Gryffindor will pick up the match.
Yeah, and it was looking real good for Hanzo and Gretel, and then it just got kind of snuffed out there at the ends. Good
Yeah.
last hold from the Donger squad. And that won't be 10 points to Gryffindor, but it'll be some points to Gryffindor. I can tell you that much.
It'll be 5. Off
5
that one.
points to Gryffindor.
We do this real quick. I will tally. Do you know how much? Can you look at how much the Hanamura points are? And I can tally up everyone's points real quick for tonight.
I can find out real quick.
All right.
Let's
See.
Hanamura is Objective A 4 points, Objective B 6 points.
6 points. Okay. So for Hanzo and Gretel, and that was Gryffindor. So Gryffindor got 14 points and Hanzo got 6 on the first map. Gryffindor got 20 on the next map, where Hanzo and Gretel got 0. And on the last map, Dorado, I think, was 235. You could double check that for me.
Dorado is 325.
325. So Gryffindor got 15 points, and Hanzo and Gretel got 5 points. So Gryffindor scored 49 points across that match, and Hanzo and Gretel scored 11. Oof, that's a pretty rough match. Right how that felt. And then for us, Blue Eyes, White Bastion, and KFC. The first one, we both got 10. The second one, you guys got 20 and we got 10. And the third one, we got 20. You got 0. So after your first night standings, Gryffindor's in the lead with 49 points. KFC in second with 40 points. Blue Eyes White Bastion in third with 30. And Hanzo and Gretel bringing up the rear with 11.
All right. There you heard it, folks. And that is going to do it for your first week of the Baddie Overwatch League. So I'm shit, you're shit.
We're all
See you
shit.
next week.